Hello and welcome to another episode of the Leelanau Enterprise Podcast. I'm your host Brian Freiberger, news editor, and let's check out with what's happening this week on the Leelanau Peninsula. Today is March 13th, 2026, and thank you for watching. Make sure to go check out our stuff fully online at leelanaunews.com and make sure to hit that subscribe button. We would greatly appreciate it. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, first things first. As I'm looking outside right now, we got about definitely half a foot yesterday where I'm at on the Leelanau Peninsula, and it is just coming down and down and down. So we got a March winter storm. I think I've heard a lot of different estimates. Obviously here, we had 3 to 5 inches Thursday into Friday. And, there was some cooler temperatures this morning. It did warm up, so it was kind of slushy. So we are just in the midst of a snowstorm. I'm hunkering in myself. We hope y'all are staying out there or in some other warmer places. So far this year, before the snowstorm, we've had over 119 inches of snow in Leelanau, and that's from the National Weather Service in Maple City. The Great Lakes ice coverage was at 22% before the recent warm-up. That's really kind of taken hold, but we're dipping down. I might actually get on the slopes Sunday, so I'm kind of hoping for some more snow. That would be awesome. And just speaking of, winter delays, I got this email today. Our county building here in Suns Bay Township is already delayed opening for Monday. I assume schools and other things like that will be doing the same as well. So, hey, stay safe out there. Grab those skis, enjoy the snow. Hopefully this is the last of it before we get to spring here. That would be pretty nice. Okay, let's move into the next story. So this is just somebody's worked in the county government for a very, very long time. Lacrosse retires from the prosecutor's office. And so this is Lori Lacrosse, who is stepping down this month as victim's advocate for the county prosecutor's office. This is crucial, in support under the Crime Victims' Rights Act of 1985. They assist with navigating the criminal justice system, offering crisis intervention, safety planning, and more. Lacrosse has been working for the county government for over 40 years. So we just wanted to say congratulations, Lori, on a great career and helping this community. Awesome. So let's move on to the next one. So Leland's Glass Childress selected for NFHS Hall of Fame. This is sports. This is Alicia Glass Childress, who went on to star at Penn State University and win 3 national championships and helped the U.S. team to a bronze medal at the 2016 Olympics. Will have her record-setting high school career enshrined this summer as one of 12 honorees announced today at this year's inductees into the National High School Hall of Fame by the National Federation of State High School Associations. So you can check that story out on our website. Again, that's one of the best athletes to ever come out of this area. So go check that out. Okay, here we go. So this week we have a special history section coming out. So Sugarloaf is a former ski resort throughout, the 1960s, 70s, 80s, and maybe a little after that before shutting down at near the turn of the century. And, it's kind of been up in arms. It's been owned by a bunch of different people, a bunch of different ghost companies. We did find out this week that the company that owned it was related to the Ball family, Glass jars, the Ball family, who have roots in this area. And so that was under a company called SPV 24, I believe. And for the longest time, nobody knew who they were or anything like that. Late last year, the Leelanau Conservancy, got in touch with them about potentially purchasing the property, and they said if they raised $8 million, that it's theirs essentially. And lo and behold, a few months later, late last year, they completed that, and now it is official with just one more press release I got the other day. The land transfer of that property is complete, and now is permanently protected by the Leelanau Conservancy. It is not open up to the public yet, but in the summer will be a bunch of trails, all that other stuff. The Leelanau Conservancy is known for protecting property, and they have a lot of involvement in trails around here, including one of the more popular ones called Palmer Woods, which is a popular mountain bike trail. So that's that. They got their hands on that, and we got this history section coming out, and essentially, in our Historical Society Museum in Leland, you can trace the history of Sugarloaf through decades of artifacts from early days to the resort's heyday and beyond. So that is that right there. One story I wrote this week is our county drain commissioner resigned. Leelanau County was searching for a new drain commissioner after Timothy Onan submitted his resignation letter Monday, effective March 20th. But you can check that out along with some other stories about the county board on our website. Again, that is leelanaunews.com. And then just a couple sports updates from last week. So my sports season is currently finished. All of our teams finished up. We had the Leland girls basketball team fall in the district final to Frankfurt, and that was 31-35 in a thriller. They advanced through a semifinal game, and their season is over with a 14-9 record and 5th place in the Northwest Conference. The Glen Lake Lakers girls basketball team did win a district before falling in this regional semifinal to Morley Stanwood. That was 71-43. So that's kind of our sports updates. I'm done for sports for a couple weeks, until spring kicks around. So, hopefully we have time to do some more projects and stuff like that. Should be fun. And, this weekend, despite the snow, we are celebrating St. Patrick's Day, even though it's on Tuesday. We're going to kick things off Saturday. We got to be responsible Tuesday, right? So it's the Shamrock Crawl up here in Lake Leelanau. And so that's from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., hosted by Dick's Poorhouse. There's a bunch of stuff going around that whole day, from some Irish cream coffee, Shamrock shakes with the Irish trivia twist. Then a bunch of the restaurants and the bars are doing a bunch of Irish stuff along with that. Glen Arbor also has their iconic pub crawl. Lake Leelanau this year is their first year. Glen Arbor has been going for a long, long time. That's from noon to 7. Several establishments. Another great one. Green beer will be served at Arts Tavern. The M22 will serve a Shamrock Sparkler, basically a grand champagne, and that is great. And one place that I might be hitting up for dinner is Irish Fare at Not Just a Bar in Omina. And this is essentially, they will be serving Irish corned beef hash and cabbage from Saturday through Tuesday. Lamb stew will be also on the docket, so I'm getting hungry about the lamb stew. Could use some of that. And one of our final stories here is Shady Lane Cellars chosen as top winery in Michigan. So we had this national wine publication called Mash.com vote Shady Lane Cellars as the best winery in the state of Michigan. And essentially Shady Lane is a boutique restaurant in Suns Bay Township, and along with a lot of other wineries around here, prioritizing small batch, localized, clean wine. So that is one of those places that just got those nod. Again, you can check that out on leelanaunews.com. We also talked to Boathouse Vineyards and a couple other people, and that is that in terms of the wine. Again, we'll have a lot of county news this week. A couple things I'm really looking at, obviously with everything that's going on in the world, is gas prices. By me, it's about $3.70 a gallon, up from like $2.30, $2.40, just 2 weeks ago. And so that is concerning to look at. And then we're also going to be talking with our state representatives about those developments in that fashion. And we have a bunch more news coming next week from the county government level to the regional level. And we hope you check it all out at leelanaunews.com. Again, I'm Brian Freiberger, and just thank you so much for checking in, and catch us again next week. Have a great day. Bye-bye.